Hey y'all. So let's get right into it. Now, I'm going to give y'all the simple sauce to how reality is operating, okay? If you ever heard of the Ouroboros, it basically consumes itself. It's a snake that eats itself. And the thing is that the Ouroboros represents how you are operating through reality. The brain is predicting your future from your past. So this is why trauma, this is why the things people experience can keep them stuck, because you're not using the power that you hold to change those things, to shift those things, because your brain can only do what it's taught. Just because you've had a toxic experience, just because you went through something, it doesn't mean that that's the end all be all. It's just data. That's it. Everything we experience is data for our brain, because your brain is the genie. So, what you want, and everyone has desires. I created this to bridge the gap for you, because it's okay to have desires. If you have a desire right now to make more money, if you have the desire right now to be in a loving, healthy relationship, if you have the desire to connect with a parent that may have never been able to give you the connection you may have desired, or the outcome you would have liked from your childhood, whatever that may be, from childhood wishes all the way up to being an adult, to paying bills. Everyone's paying bills. Okay, if you are a grown adult, you have responsibilities. If you are a grown adult, you have responsibilities. And my question is, what is your identity? What is it that you want? Who are you right now? And what is it that you wish for? What do you wish for? Because reality is orchestrated, operated through your brain. Your brain is the one that's running the show, for real, for real. Because you can't walk, you can't eat. Your brain runs the show. Because if you're not consuming your food, if you're not digesting, what happens? You have other things to worry about. If your body is not functioning properly, you have other things that you have to worry about before money. Because money is air, and money are basically equivalencies, but air rules everything. If a person can't even breathe, they will what? Spend money on oxygen. People have oxygen tanks. Okay? A billionaire will gladly give their money up to live an extra year. If somebody was to say, hey, at 97, but you pay this $1 billion, you'll live to 98. People will pay for life, for air, for breath. So that is the paradox of everything, because everyone wants something. Everyone wants something, but the way you are, your brain is going to be the determining factor, because whatever you want, you have to become it. Because you have your nervous system, your emotions, the way you feel, your identity is rooted in your emotions. The way that you feel is exactly the way that you will act. That is what you will sense. Okay, this is science, because it's epigenetics. What you are now is a epigenetic spiral of DNA. This is DNA that has, this is where muscle memory comes into play. This is where you now have muscle memory of who you are right now. You have muscle memory of who you are, just like muscle has memory when it comes to being in a weight. I'm a weight loss person. I lost over 70 pounds. So I will say that when you enter into the world of fitness, bless you, fitness becomes a journey. It's never I just worked out one time in my life. Once that's a part of your identity, once healthy eating, exercise, working out, once this is a part of your identity, this is not something that you ever stop. And muscle has memory. People are human. The fact that the most I've ever gone out the gym was maybe a month. Why? Because life is life. Things happen. And when you get back on track and you get back in there, that month of being gone is like eliminated with like the first 2 weeks of dedication, because your body is already used to this. Your body has already built the identity, the muscle memory that fitness and health is something that we do. This body, this living organism is something that runs, that walks, that climbs, that does ab work, whatever. So the fact that you may have gone the longest a month, that's just exaggerating, right? Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Because again, life is lifing. Your brain is orchestrating your reality. If things arise, oh my God, you lost a parent, somebody, oh my God, something just happened. What happened? Your brain is now reorganizing itself to keep you safe. You're now going into your DNA to hold and withstand what's happening now, what your environment is experiencing now, what your identity is going through right now. So who you are now is all epigenetics. It's a memory. Okay, it's all a memory. What are you eating? Your body, your muscle, your bones, your flesh, it has memory. Because this is all through repetition. Just like when I lost 75 pounds, it was not just a one time me go to the gym. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me just try it one day. Now I'm done. No, I had to repeat. Life is numbers. Life is a game. It's a numerical code, because it's all DNA. It's internal. You have to repeat the behavior. You can't go to the gym one time and think you're just going to drop 75 pounds. You have to repeat the identity. You have to repeat the identity of getting up, doing something that is a pattern interrupt. This is a pattern interrupt. You are not used to working out. You are not used to setting a goal and sticking to it. When I lost 75 pounds, that was a reality shift, a pattern interrupt. Up until that point of me being 210 pounds, not once did I work out before that. Not once was I aware of what I'm consuming, what I'm putting in my body. I was not connected to my body. I was disconnected from myself, from my body, from what feels good. I knew I didn't feel good, but I was disconnected from how do I replace this sluggish feeling. Okay, 210 pounds, obese. All these things are a clear director of your mind. Okay, I had stomach things I would go through. Everything's a reflection of your mind. I was not regulated. My mind and my body was not in coherence. So now in order to get myself in coherence, that means I have to do something that is outside of my comfort zone, because clearly my comfort zone is not really a comfort. Clearly the zone I am in is a enabling reinforcement of the current identity that I was in, the state of being. Your identity is your state of being. That is exactly what you will attract, because it's a repetitive cycle. I was not 210 pounds just because. This was a accumulation. I have accumulated throughout my journey up until that point in decision of I'm going to lose weight. Up until the point of me knowing I'm 210 pounds, borderline diabetic, okay, asthmatic, get out of breath when I walk up and down steps. Up until that point of me coming into awareness that I no longer want to live like this anymore, there is something now that I have to do to shift the cycle, because the cycle has kept me in this reality. Who you are now is a direct reflection of the cycle of the repetitive choices you have made up until this point. Who you are right now, it is 12:55 on a Thursday. 12:55 on a Thursday. Who you are right now at 12:55 on a Thursday is an accumulation of the repetitive choices you have made. I am talking to a grown adult. You, as being a grown adult, you are responsible for where you go from this point forward. Whatever happened to you during your childhood, that is not something that you can no longer carry the burden of. Because that's exactly what that is. You are reinforcing, again, it's all who you are now. When we constantly reinforce that we come from poverty, we don't come from good families, we have no good structure, and we're also in who we are right now, what, living check to check. That's how I awakened. I awakened because I was tired of being in a repetitive cycle of living check to check, still holding on to the fact that, oh, I have no family, I'm going through this, why me? Who I was in that moment was a victim mentality. But what did I wish for? What do you wish for? See, when we say affirmations like, oh, I'm rich. Okay, but what are you doing to become rich? What are you doing? See, I actually did the thing to become rich. But before I did the thing, what would I do? Just wish for ease. Wish for ease, yet every single day I'm repeating the cycle of victimhood, of traumahood. What are you doing to change that up? Once I started to lose weight, that was my reality shift. Now I'm taking back. See, it's all micro shifts. You have to take micro shifts to become the macro version of who you desire to become. That micro shift of me changing my eating habits, changing my caloric intake. I changed my caloric intake by reducing my calories daily and getting my ass up going to the gym. I reduced my calories and got my ass up and went to that gym. What am I doing? I am making micro shifts to change my reality. Because whatever you wish for, you must become it. It's neurological. It is a step-by-step process. It's not just going to, again, happen in overnight. That would be a bit impossible. That's only possible for things where it's already orchestrated, like Amazon Prime, right? You say you want a new shaver, guess what? You can get it in 2 days. Boom, delivered at your door. But if you say you want to lose 75 pounds, it would be very unhealthy for you to lose that in 2 days unless one goes under what? A surgery. But everything has its effect from it. Now you go under a surgery to get rid of 75 pounds, but now you have to recover now. You get to choose your recovery. Do you want to have a fast recovery where, it may seem like, oh my God, it might take 4 months for me to lose this weight. But guess what? When I come home, I'm comfortable, I can lay down. Or do you want to do a recovery that's very traumatic, but it seems quick, right? Let me go remove the 75 pounds of weight. I may not be able to move my body for a couple of weeks because I'm sore, right? I'm sore from getting lipo or whatever. You have a choice of how you recover. You get to choose the version of yourself through instant gratification or to be determined and actually build the steps. Because people can jump and just get the surgery. They can just get the 75 pounds removed. And what happens? They accumulate the 75 pounds again by next year. Why? Because they didn't change the identity. Everything's an identity. If you don't have the identity before you get the thing is not going to last. That's the thing. You can always get things. You can always get a man. You can always get a woman. You can always make money. Money falls on every part of the world. Money falls on the poor and money falls on the rich. You can always get the thing. But how you get the thing and how you maintain the thing will determine how that thing treats you back. Okay, you can just go outside and throw a rock and get a partner. Anybody can come. But what is your identity? Who are you? Anybody can walk up and say, hey, miss, can I take you out? Like, can I get to know you? Anybody can do that because you have a wish. You can radiate a wish so hard. Oh my God, I just want someone so bad. You attract exactly what you are. So you can very much get exactly what you're asking for. But who is this coming from? Is this coming from the version that you are now? Is this coming from desperation? Is this coming from lack of something? Because you attract what you are. That's your identity. Your identity literally means sameness, oneness. So you cannot outrun. Your nervous system is only going to manifest what feels familiar. You cannot outrun yourself. You are the Ouroboros eating yourself. That's the paradox. You can't have one without the other. You cannot have one without the other. You can do vision boards all day. You can write a vision board. Okay, you put on this vision board that you want a abundant savings account. But every single day, all you're doing is spending your money on things that is not, conducive to you and working for someone else. Not even building no type of financial stability for yourself, but you say you want this certain thing, right? You wish for a hefty savings account. But every day, the identity that you're choosing does not add up to the things you wish for. Whatever you wish for, you must be, because your nervous system is only manifesting what feels familiar. You can wish for the thing, but if your identity does not change, you stay in the loop. You stay in the constant loop, and you wonder, why am I still here? But that's who I'm talking to. The fact that you are aware, why, whenever you ask why, I'm talking to you. Not many people are going to challenge their identity. Not many people are going to be willing to be broke down like the phoenix and rise back up. Not many people are going to be willing to consume the parts of themselves that don't serve them. But not you. Not you. You're with it. You're all with it. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the one who's not afraid to make those steps. Because your current identity, what you're living right now, is all based on what you are choosing to do. You are a grown adult. No president, no mother, no father, can't nobody on this planet tell you how much income you can make. That's why I'm talking to a grown adult. If you are a grown adult and you are caught up in life is hard, prices are so hard, I'm talking to you, because make more money. I'm here to change your mindset. You get to choose the mindset of, whoa, life is so hard. The economy is crashing. You know, every time they say the economy is crashing, there are people who are elevating, because, again, it's the paradox. It's the polarity. There's always different realities. You get to choose which one you focus on. Are you going to be the loser, or are you going to be the winner? You are the winner. That's why I'm talking to the adults in the room. You are not the loser. When people say things are so hard, I can't do this, I can't do that, you get to choose. Is that you? No, it's not. No, that's not you. That's why you're here right now, because nothing happens by coincidence. Nothing happens by coincidence. Everything is created in perfect vibrational alignment. All we do is just align vibrationally. That's it. Everything's already created. It is already done. It is done. It is all done, because this is infinite intelligence. Infinite intelligence is limitless, not limited. There are no limits on infinite intelligence. It is all already done. All you must do is align. You are in alignment, because your identity is your state of being. Your state of being is what attracts things to you, or repels things. It's all energy. It's all neurological pathways that are being sent off, signals being sent off. Okay, hormones and frequencies, all these signals, they're just merely signals signaling the things that you desire. Even the things that you say you don't want, you are still signaling those things, because that's what your nervous system can only contain. You can only signal off what your nervous system contains as familiar, as safe. Safety ultimately means you are alive, even if that means staying in a toxic relationship. If your nervous system has already mastered the fact that if we stay with these people, even though they're toxic, we're going to stay alive. Okay, great. Here's where your awareness, here's where your infinite intelligence comes into play. Your mind is more powerful, because now you train your mind what healthy is. It does not matter if you were raised and taught that dysfunction is love. So what? Now you can use your critical thinking. Now you can use your logical processing. Now you can use the discernment of elimination. Now you can actually discern and think and say, is this really healthy? So what? You were programmed and taught that dysfunction is normal. You have the power to rewire your own beliefs and give yourself a new blueprint of what love is. You tell yourself, no, this is what love is. I set the term for what love is. No one outside of me gets to make that decision for me. Not a mother, not a father, not a president, not a pastor. That is the power of sovereignty. This is the power of sovereign identity. No one can set the terms in your life but you. You are the only one who can set terms and stats and limitations to access and play with you. That is the power that you hold. Let me know if y'all have any questions so far. And one day language is something, again, that could keep consuming the same identity. One day I will have this. One day. No, how about now? It's already available. What does it feel like to have that now? What does that, why do you have to wait one day? The fact that you're even getting that little spark, you already kind of feel it already. Oh, one day I'm going to do this, that, and the third. Okay, you just had a little daydream. You just visualized. How about now we make that little daydream into a big dream? Because now let's intentionally juice it. Let's intentionally milk this dream that you have. It's not one day, it's right now, because you're constantly birthing dreams. So let's feel it now. What does it feel like to have that thing? That thing you wish for. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it represent? What are the graphics of it? Get so detailed. What does that thing feel like, look like, smell like? What does the energy, what does the presence remind you of? What is the sensation that you get when you're around that thing you desire? Feel those things right now. The more you focus and feel those things, the more you are shifting your identity, because you are opening up this new portal. You were never receptive to this before. Before, you would just say one day and brush it off. Now, from this day forward, you're intentionally making that one day today. From this day forward, you're intentionally being aware of that one day today, and you're going to make time and space for it, because it's a dimension. You are now building and cultivating that dimension. That's what seeds are. Seeds are something you plant and you water it and you wait until it sprouts. That's what you're now doing with this one day language. You're transforming it and turning it into the same day, like Prime delivery, like Amazon Prime. You also got same day delivery. So not a one day, baby. We're going to do it same day. We're going to do it the same day. We're going to think right now. We're going to feel it right now. We're going to write it right now, because writing is wiring. We're going to write it now. We're going to be it now. We're going to see it now. We're going to live like it now. We're going to think like it now. There's not a one day. There's only today. Today, what does that version of you accept? What does he or she accept? What does he or she accept? And what does he or she reject? We're going to do it the same day. We're going to do it the right way today. Okay, I'm not even going to make this too long, because I'm about to post this. Thank y'all for joining. If you have any questions, you can inbox me. You can send me an email. You click the link in my bio. You will be able to see all my information. Okay, any questions, reach out. If you would like to do a one-on-one session with me, you do have to fill out an application. All the information will be in my bio. Check out my new book, Monetize a Mind That's Colonized. Watch Prosperity Unwind. I will be back next week. We'll be on schedule Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all for joining. Peace, love, and darkness. Stay rich, stay wet, and stay dangerous. El Diate, I'm up, ho. Deuces.